Hello, my dears. Today I wanted to make a reading video for anyone who is struggling right now. Anyone who is going through something really hard. Maybe that's grief or loss of a job, mental health issues, anything that you could be struggling with. I know I've been going through a very hard time lately, and I just wanted to set the intention for this video to reach anyone who is struggling right now, and hopefully give you some hope or peace or comfort. So first out, we have the Five of Wands, which right there, I mean, this feels like a time of constant conflict. Maybe you are finding it hard to get along with the people around you. You're really feeling weighed down. This is most likely having to do with other people around you. Maybe you feel like you have no friends, you're alone. Like you're dealing with something all by yourself, and you feel a lack of support or even like pushback and getting static from the people around you. Yeah, this is just like really heavy energy involving other people. So you could be grieving, going through something horrible, and it feels like no one around you cares, no one around you understands. And then we have the Six of Swords reversed with the High Priestess reversed. So this is really like going within energy. The High Priestess reversed is beautiful energy, as is the Six of Swords reversed. This is like going to a safe place within yourself to I want to say escape, but like it's to really process and deal with this conflict. You have to come away from everything into your inner safe space, into your inner temple, to be able to really quiet down and get the lessons from what is going on here, or maybe just retreat from everything for a while. I know that when I'm healing from something really big, I need to retreat into myself for a long time and go to my practices, go to my higher self, go to God, whoever it is that you believe in and love, to seek comfort and peace, spiritual grounding, to come away from the conflict outside, and to pray for this conflict to be removed from you, the negative people to be removed from your life, to ask the divine what lessons you can learn, the higher knowledge that you can come away from this situation with, because nothing in this world is a mistake. Nothing happens just to purely torture us. Even the most difficult situations are things that we can come out of stronger, wiser. But it's hard to see that when there's so much conflict energy around you. So much, maybe people are telling you you are wrong, you are bad, you're handling things wrong, or maybe that's just the message that you're getting from the people around you, is that you're not accepted the way you are. So that's something to think about. It's healthy to reflect on why certain people might not like us, why conflict may arise in our lives. It's healthy to ask what our part is in these things. But sometimes we don't have a part, and sometimes we're just surrounding ourselves with the wrong people. We need to have that balance of having the humility to know that sometimes we can be wrong, and see maybe how our wounding is showing up in the connections to the people around us. That is something that I think more difficult people to deal with lack, is the ability to self-reflect and see that they do have a part in the connections with the people around them. However, if you go through that process and you realize, man, I really have been showing up to this situation with my highest self, with my highest intentions, being as kind as possible to everyone around me, and still I feel unseen and unheard and attacked by the people around me, then that's when you know it's time to walk away, to go to safer shores. I love the Six of Swords upright. These people are tired. These people may be refugees seeking safer land. And look, they're in their boat going to a safer place. They may be tired. They may have just experienced war, but they're going to safer shores. Six of Swords reverse speaks to doing this on the inside. You're seeking that safe place within yourself, along with the High Priestess as well. That's brilliant. Like that's compounds this message of finding that safe place within yourself. Whether that's your spiritual practices, going to God, going to your witchcraft practice, therapy, supportive recovery communities, medicine circles, retreats, whatever it is for you. Yoga classes have been really healing when I've been going through really tough times. Even really, I wouldn't even talk to anybody in the yoga class, but just being around other, most likely spiritually minded, most likely taking really good care of themselves people, just silently being around those other types of people was so healing for me, and it felt like a church-like environment. Because maybe we all weren't talking to each other, but we were all coming there for a unified purpose. And I know that when I'm going through the darkest depths of things, it's very hard for me to talk to other people about it. So maybe you're feeling that way as well with these two reversals. That speaks to me of going within in a deep way. And I really support that, because especially if you feel like there's been a lot of conflict or misunderstanding of you from other people, the people around you, that's a really good time to go within and be your own best friend. And ask the divine to remove the lower energies from your life, remove the lower vibration people, remove the conflicts from your life, and call in that soul family. Call in those people who you're not going to feel like you need to wear a mask to get along with. You're not going to feel like you need to play some kind of performance to fit into this group of people. You're not going to feel like you're walking on eggshells all the time, like you need to overperform just to get by with this group of people. You deserve to have your soul family around you. Those people who are meant for you, who are on the same life path as you, who are on the same life purpose. They want the same type of things. They believe in the same type of things. You can learn from each other. You can grow together. And yeah, I mean, next we have the Seven of Cups with the Ace of Pentacles. This is the abundance and the joy and the fresh new beginnings that you have to look forward to after this period of going within and going to your higher self and going to your higher power, going through that process of pruning the lower energies out of your life, going into hermit mode and realizing or pondering on, meditating on what needs to be done next so that you can live your highest life. Maybe you need to go into this quiet space within yourself to see how you can get out of this job, to see how you can get out of this relationship, to ask your higher self, your higher power, if you even want to be in a relationship. This is what this time of grounding and meditation and going within is good for, to know what the problems are, to identify what the problems are in your life. I'm a very problems and solutions type of person. When I feel like things are starting to hit the fan, I literally sit down with my notebook and I write down all the things that are stressing me out, and next to them I write the solutions or potential solutions. And sometimes those lists don't all come out in one go. Sometimes I have to write the problems, give it a few days, and then I come back and all the solutions just flow out. You have to give yourself time sometimes to let these things come. It's not going to always be set right there in front of you what the answers are. But that's what this time is for, to step away from all of this. Step away from the people who have been challenging you, the situations that have been challenging you, the circumstances and places in your life that have been challenging you and creating static in your mind. Going within, taking the time to come away from everything so that you can even identify what the problems in your life are. And trust, I feel called to say that, like, trust that everything is perfect and everything is going in its perfect timing. There is no such thing as like, oh, I have to get this all taken care of in 5 days or else I'm wasting time. Like, no, you're right on time. You're right exactly where you're supposed to be. Life is not always supposed to be easy and perfect and joy and absolute euphoria all the time. We have to be patient enough to know that these kind of times in life are part of it. It's all part of it. It's all part of life. It's all part of exactly where you're supposed to be and exactly what's supposed to be happening. So be patient. I know that is something I have to regularly implement in my own life, because I'm very action oriented, I'm very ambitious, and I want things now and I want things done. But I've had to practice more and more lately that, like, everything is happening in its perfect time. So you will get to this, whether it's tomorrow, in an hour, in a few months, in a year. Who knows? Maybe you need to go run off into the woods for a year and strip yourself of all your possessions to find yourself and find your answers. I'm a big fan of that type of stuff. Like, maybe you need to go into a humbler job that you thought you'd never do again. Maybe you need to go from being, just for an example, like maybe you need to go from being like this high-powered business person to bussing tables again for a few months. Remind yourself where you come from, ground yourself in humility again so that you can reset your life. Maybe you need to leave this person that you've been with for a long time in order to find yourself again, to figure out what you really want in a relationship. It's that kind of vibe where it's like, all right, I gotta wipe the slate clean, come into myself, be quiet for a long time, whether that's a day, a few days, a week, a year, a few years, and ground in myself, ground in my spiritual practices, go into nature, and let the answers come. That's another thing with American culture, is we're so focused on productivity and go, 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 and it's all capitalism. We're trained to be so hyper productive, but a lot of times the best answers come in absolute silence, stepping away from it all. Maybe you need to get an Airbnb in the woods for a week and get away from your family for a while to figure out what's going on. Because then we have the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Pentacles. This is what you have to look forward to after the clouds start to part in this situation. After you accept and process the grief, you will start to see why you were put through this challenge. You will start to see why these people were taken out of your life, why the conflict was so abundant in this last phase of your life. A while ago, I talked about this in one of my readings, and I think it bears bringing up right now, is like, so a lot of times when we're working on something big in life, or just going through the hero's journey of life itself, it's worth being aware of the difference between these two things. Being aware of the difference between what is challenging you. How do I word this? So there's things that challenge us because they're worth having, and they are going to grow us, and it's going to make us better, and it's where we should be on our path. And there's things that challenge us relentlessly and torture us, and we feel like we're ramming our head up against a brick wall because it's simply not meant to be in our life, and we're trying to force our will on a situation, and we're trying to play God, and we're trying to make something work because we want it so bad, whereas this situation is sending you challenge after challenge after challenge because it's God trying to show you that this is not meant to be in your life. We have to have that discernment between what things... Okay. Things are going to be challenging when they're worth having, of course. But there's a difference between something that's challenging because it's growing us and it's going to have staying power and all that, and something that is challenging because it's not supposed to be in our lives. and a friend and I were talking about this, and she said the difference between these two things is when you're done doing the thing, do you feel depleted or do you feel filled? So say like you just bought a building and you're opening up a yoga studio, and it's your passion in life, and it's hard because it's a big project and it's living your purpose, and it's challenging because you've never owned a business before. But at the end of the day, when you're done busting your ass on this project, you come home and you feel filled because you've just busted your ass on your life purpose all day, versus trying to make a relationship with somebody work that is clearly toxic and clearly reminding you of your abusive dad, and you just want to suck the life, like this situation is just sucking the life out of you, and at the end of the day, after being with this person, you feel completely depleted and tired and suicidal. Somebody needed to hear that, I guess. When you take the time for yourself, be sweet to yourself, take yourself away from this conflict, from this situation, go within, go to nature, go to your higher power, ask yourself what needs to be removed, ask yourself what the solutions are. This may take a long time, this may take no time at all, but this is what you have to look forward to. The Ace of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups. This is new beginnings. Thunderstorms end, and then the flowers are all watered and they start to grow. This too shall pass, baby. Nothing is permanent. The euphorias in life are not permanent. The horrible phases of torture in life are not permanent. You have the power to make this situation for your greatest and highest good. And when you let it run its course without trying to numb it away or drug it away or drink it away or sex it away or whatever it is, and you actually feel the grief, you feel the horror, you feel the loss, you feel the fear, and you let these feelings move through you and teach you what they're here to teach you. This is the relief that comes. This is the sigh after these are the flowers that are watered after the storm. This is new spiritual abundance. Your soul family coming in. Friendships that are based on healthy attachment styles, healthy two or more healthy people coming together and making a beautiful friend group. Options of where to go in life. Maybe you are working on a business, and this is abundance that is based in your life purpose. This is coming away from, following the financial path that your family always wanted you to take, but it makes you miserable, but they're so proud of you or whatever, but it's burning you out to the core. You step away from all that and you start to make your own business and forge your own path in life, and you get abundance based on your soul's true purpose. This is stepping away from that unhealthy, toxic marriage and suddenly having the most wonderful person who is truly meant for you come through. But we can only get to that kind of energy if we actually let this hard phase move through us. Remember, you will not get that juice. You will not get the benefits of this hard time if you deny that it exists, if you deny that it's happening, if you push the experience away and you refuse to see it for what it is. I don't know a whole lot of people who enjoy feeling bad feelings, but bad feelings are a part of life. And emotions are our greatest currency, especially as creators. And if we cut off our experience of hard emotions, we are depriving ourselves of so many beautiful gifts. So I'm going to pull this Earth Alchemy Oracle deck. First of all, look at these cards. Like, I'm absolutely obsessed. Katie Jane Wright with art by Nikki Strange. Absolutely obsessed with this deck. I bought it for myself 2 years ago and I cried when I first opened it. And the Oracle card we have today to cap off this reading is Garnet and Lady's Mantle. Look how cute this little Burby. Beep, beep, beep. Garnet and Lady's Mantle, womb healing, sexual power, sovereignty. So maybe I'm talking to someone who's dealing with some trauma or sexual trauma, or somebody with wounded feminine energy, PMDD. Trust me, I know the vibes. So this is of the earth element. So a very grounding energy here. To work with Garnet is to gain instant access to your womb space. Its grounded energy brings heart energy through the womb and shows you the vastness of life inside you. It is the portal to a cosmic landscape and is much vaster than we are led to believe. It holds access to the cosmic mother's womb space and the void. There goes my light. You know what? I'm gonna roll with it. It is here Garnet's energy wishes to sit and speak to you. We are co-creators of life. There are many elements that come together to bring life, whether it is physical life in the form of a baby or creative ideas and endeavors. You are not alone in this. We must look closely at the masculine-feminine balance within you. I am here to activate your womb with Earth's magnetic currents because to bring new life and ideas forward, we must work on the balance of sexual energy within us. You are a powerful primal being. Over time, your sexuality may have taken a back seat. Been manipulated or held by someone else. It is now time to reclaim your sacred sexuality, to claim your fire and power back. Your womb codes. It is time to sit in a peaceful balance within the womb, talking to your Shakti, your Kundalini energy. I am not about heightening and activating it. I am about healing it, to bring nurturing motherly love to the masculine and feminine aspects of you. I bring a balance to your sexual energy. Obviously, this part of the reading, just because it says lady's mantle and womb and all this stuff, we all have masculine and feminine energy within us. I bring a balance to your sexual energy. I revitalize and purify the currents swirling around the base of your spine that connect in with the space where your mother flame and Kundalini energy sit. Lady's mantle. Her energy is much more delicate and sweeter than Garnet, but she complements its healing message. She brings such a generous spirit. She just wishes to give. In folklore, she is known by her Latin name, Alchemelia, which translates as little alchemist or little magical one. This is the energy she offers, a young little voice, but very knowing of plant remedies and formulas. She is a plant to sit with if you wish to understand more about other plants. This sounds bizarre, but she is a wealth of information on others. She observes and feels and offers knowledge, a watcher of the plant world. She is a close friend of the birds. The kingfisher is a symbol of positivity and joy, wanting you to let go of past hurts and face your emotions in their birdsong. In this deck, she finds her place nestled in the womb space. She brings slowness and tenderness to your womb space and heart. Known as a woman's herb, she helps a wide range of gynecological problems: painful periods, fibroids, infections, endometriosis, infertility, hot flushes, and postpartum disorders. It is energetically that she wishes to work through your womb to nurture fertile soil in the uterus. She speaks to the female reproductive organs, the uterus, fallopian tubes, and ovaries. This is her gift and her offering to you. She wishes to bring vitality, healing, and nurturing. Call her energy to you and grow. Grow, lady's mantle in your womb space. Her gentle energy comes in, rejuvenating and renewing the space once you have worked with garnet to reclaim and rebalance. I'm sending you all so much love and peace. And know that if you're going through a tough time, you're not alone. Even when it really feels like it. I'm sending you all so much love and peace. And I'll see you next time.